So we've talked about how to breathe using your diaphragm, using that diaphragmatic breath. We've talked about finding and starting to activate your pelvic floor. Now you are gonna hear me reference the term core breathing belly pump a lot as we go out throughout our workouts. So what does that mean? Today we're gonna put it all together and I'm gonna give you a little tutorial and a little bit of information just as a reminder because this education is so important. Your core is made up of that canister of all of these muscles that I just mentioned. We've got the diaphragm at the top, pelvic floor at the bottom. This should be a review by now. And then that transverse abdominis that wraps around the front, and then your multifidus muscles that stabilize and line along the spine. So when we talk about the core breathing belly pump, we're talking about taking that canister and activating all those muscles together in a way that neutralizes intra-abdominal pressure, as in doesn't create more to put you at risk for diastasis, and has a whole bunch of other benefits like massaging your internal muscles, increasing lymph flow, the list goes on and on. So when we turn on that whole system, what we do is we take a nice big inhale into our ribs and belly. So you're gonna find that position. Feel free to knock on the bottom of those ribs if you need to find that nice deep diaphragmatic breath. You're gonna feel that slight expansion as you breathe in. Then as you breathe out, you're going to close and lift your pelvic floor. Now we've done those pelvic floor tests where we've activated front, middle, and back. Remember, we're trying to find a balance from the pubic bone back to the tailbone and then sits bone to sits bone. We've got that triangle shape. It's got an equal amount of lift and an equal amount of release. And then the belly pump part of it is turning on that transverse abdominis. So we exhale, we close and lift the pelvic floor, and then we can think of a corset, a wrap. You could also think of a zipper that starts on the pubic bone and zips up to the bottom of the rib cage. The point being is that we are gonna think about that entire canister of muscles, the muscles that are wrapping around the external part of the canister, wrapping towards you and hugging in nice and tight. Now, if you're carrying a child, then you're thinking about hugging that baby close to you. If you're postpartum, you're thinking about that sensation of either the baby, what it felt like when they were in there, you were hugging them in, or just think of pulling those muscles back together because they've reached their max stretch by the end of pregnancy. And what we're trying to do is find closure at the front of the body. So we take an inhale, ribs and belly, exhale, close and lift the pelvic floor, and either wrap or zip those muscles up. Inhale, using the diaphragm, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, close and lift the pelvic floor, and then we wrap those core muscles. So you take that inhale, release, exhale, close and lift, bringing the muscles back towards you. One more time, inhale, fill. Keep your glutes out of that action. They stay relaxed. Close and lift, and activate. And that is your core breathing belly pump.